Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Luck Light Plays. We're continuing our run through of Breath of Fire 2, and we are inside a whale. Which I bet you'd never think I would say that, unless you watched the last episode, obviously. Yep, we're inside a whale, and we're looking for a way to wake it up. And the way to wake it up is to find the demon that's inside of it, and tell it to stop going, sleep. Hey. Hey, sleep. Sleep. That's all it's doing. All it's doing is just whispering, sleep. And apparently that's making the big man sleep. Or the big whale, I should say. But the reason we're doing this is maybe the whale can give us a ride across the ocean. And that's something we pretty desperately need at this point, so I'm gonna eat some fish real quick. Get my hit points up. He's really the only one I really needed on at that point. I'm just afraid that one of these guys is gonna use might and just slam on one. So to avoid that, I'd rather keep his hit points high. Oof. It'd be nice to have a might spell at this point. I'd jack up the main character's strength. I'll tell you right now, when I was a kid, and I played these RPGs that had stat buffs and stats debuffs, I never really used them. I would always go for the damage dealers. Like fire spells, lightning spells, ice spells. Ouch! Oh, being pounded now. I would always use those because, you know, they did damage, and what's the most important thing in a battle is to defeat your enemies by doing damage. So I never really used buffs, even in boss fights. Never really had a reason why I didn't. I just didn't. As I played RPGs today, and find that more of a focus has gone towards using buffs in combat, I find that I do it more often. And I find that when I go back to these RPGs, I again do it more often. If I'm playing an RPG that seems like... Oh, I can hit this. Seems like doing a buff would be kind of pointless, or debuffs... Oh, there's nothing here. That's nice. Debuffs would, rather fail than actually work. That's why I just stopped using them completely, but I will say that playing, I think the most equivalent game I could think of that I played on the channel that kind of makes you want to use buffs a whole lot is Persona, obviously. That game really makes it so when you use buffs and debuffs, very useful. What was the game that actually taught me to use buffs and debuffs, and almost makes it a requirement? That would be Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. And anyone who's played that one, or has heard about that one, knows exactly which fight I will be talking about, and that would be the fight against the skeleton Matador. And you need to debuff him. You need to buff yourself, your dodge, and debuff his dodge. And that's pretty much the only way you can win. But after playing that, I find that I care about buffs and debuffs a whole lot more. And find myself using them a whole lot more. So it apparently took a game to shock me into using them. And I think the game creators back in 03, when that game was made, alright, first things first, I will not play that game on this channel, because it is very brutal. It is very prone to you dying something other than your own stupidity. Sometimes you can just get caught in a bad situation and not live to pay the price. and I'd be rather frustrated. Plus, it's a very long game. It's a very slow game. It takes a lot to get to places. Like, you kind of have to grind a whole lot. So I won't be playing that one. But that game essentially kind of knew. The game creators, I think, kind of knew that, you know, this was a game in a series of games that, well, I mean, I could go farther back. And, some games, you know, you had to buff, but I think that, Nocturne was, like, the game creators knew that RPGs in general, people didn't use buffs. And they wanted to say, by the way, in this game, you're not going to be doing that. You're going to be using buffs and debuffs, and they're going to be your staples. And chances are, in that game, if you do not know what's coming, you will replace all of your attacks, all your buffs and debuffs with actual attacks. And you will be in a very bad situation when that happens. So, anyway, the point of this long conversation, this one-sided conversation, obviously, is, you may see me, ever since playing a lot of those games, you may see me use buffs and debuffs in games that not necessarily would people do that. And if it pays off, then we've all learned something. Unless you've already been a person who uses buffs and debuffs, and then I say, I tip my hat to you. Which I can't do because I'm not wearing a hat, but just pretend that I am not a fedora. I'm not going to wear those, but like a cap, I tip my cap to you for using buffs and debuffs. I've run out of legitimate things to say about this topic, and I'm just rambling now. So, anyway, we're in a whale. We're moving ourselves through this whale. We're actually almost to the end of it, so there it is. The spooky, scary statue. I'm gonna heal myself to max here, using the herbs. And we are ready to go. Everything's getting dark. Woe be unto him who awakens me from my slumber. Pain and suffering shall be his companions. He shall never again know peace. Apparently reading that was just enough to wake him up. Nah, nah, nah. Ugh. Why can't I sleep? You look happy about something. What's there to be happy about? You deserve to sleep forever, too. Booga booga. So I just realized that, the enemy's flashing effects make it so it's very hard to see on the video because of the 30 frames per second I'm running it on. There we go. It looks solid, but it's blinking really fast, I'll tell you that right now. So sorry if you cannot, if it gets to a point where you can't see it. I guess I'll use flame this time. So it's probably going to disappear and reappear. Sorry about that. Just know that it's there. And I'm going to hit it with things. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Ooh. Ugh. And everybody asleep. Except for him. That's gonna be troublesome. So I'll just attack for now and assess the situation as I go. Mainly because I'm gonna hit really hard. And he's focusing on Sten too. He knows not to wake everybody up. And I lucked out completely by pounding on him that hard. Oh, you're welcome. What was it doing? Nope, disappeared. Oh, Grandpa's still asleep. So I gotta walk back. Actually, I might be able to exit. Please exit. Yep. Whoa. Good. Back down we go. Back down we go. Now we can wake him up. And kapow. Cape Quake. You know, because these people needed more trouble in their lives. Me causing this. Hey, got a whale. Thanks for spitting me over the damn building. Jehoshaphat, come on. No one says that. What in tarnation happened to this place? You can call me Grandpa. Hello, Grandpa. Melodia is real nice this time of year. I hear the circus has come to town. Yep, that's where we need to go. Uh-huh. That's right. Ever need anything, just jingle a whale bell a couple times when you're on the beach. Old guy who lives near here has one. See you nice fellers later. Thought you were gonna give me a ride. Guess I gotta get the bell. He's awake. I can commune with a great sea creature. Oh, you want this whale bell? Sure. Cool. There's the whale. I jump on it. Here we go. Alright, so we only have a couple minutes left, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the next area, and just don't worry, I know where it is. And on the next episode, we're actually going to take a little bit of a side trip. And that side trip will provide some rather suitable entertainment, extra stuff. You also remember this place from the first game. They called it Melodia in this game, in this retranslation. But this used to be Tunlin. But no one wants to chit-chat with me. I can spend the night. So that Circus is the next place we need to go, so might as well, so I can change party there if I have to. So let's head there. I guess I gotta buy a ticket. Grassman is yesterday's news. In a short while, he'll be history. Wait, what? He'll be eaten alive by a ferocious monster. Alright, so let's run down there and see what we can do to save him. Well, screw these people. These weird monsters. Grassman here has become about as interesting as an old pair of socks. I decided that his performance needed a new gimmick, getting eaten alive. Care to explain the joke? So this guy wants a crazy show too. Yeah, I get it. Hold on a sec. Stop the show. If you want to save the vegetable, give me another free kind of said. The Uber should do just nicely. Next to accept bribes. 900,000. Wow. I guess I need to go get the Uber. Alright, so we have our next mission, but the next episode will be full of side quests, so it may loop over into doing part of the Uber stuff, but as of this moment, we will be doing some side quests. So you won't want to miss the next one. This is going to set the tone for the remainder of the series. This game. Not the series, this game. So, join me on the next one, please. My name is Lucklight. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.